This is Richard Fears from Deaf in Vegas, and you are watching classmusic.com. Kind of. Can you edit that? Well, firstly, I just needed to have a break, really, to be honest. I'd done the bands pretty much straight from college, and you know, I was doing the videos, the music, and you know, pretty much everything, and it just kind of felt like it was just a bit too all-consuming. And then I moved to America, and it just didn't feel right to be doing the band in America, so I started another band, Black Acid, and just the time went really quickly, you know. I mean, I was really busy during that period. I mean, I just took on a few other projects that maybe I wouldn't have done back in the day, you know. I did some big, you know, took on some other jobs and did some work for the Stones, and that was my first job actually I got when I moved to New York. I ended up, it's a bit of a long story how I got it, but I found out the Rolling Stones were looking for films, and I pitched 7 films for their world tour, and I ended up getting 2. I managed to win Sympathy for the Devil actually. So I kind of lied and pretended that I'd regularly shot snake pits, and ended up like with a snake pit and a load of satanic imagery. And that was my first gig, and yeah, it was just kind of, you know, putting myself out of my comfort zone, and you know, it's a good thing to do that to yourself when you're getting a bit complacent with. It was getting a bit too easy, really, you know. I guess it's a fascination with the kind of underbelly, or the you know, the dark side of. I mean, that's always been fascinates people, isn't it? I mean, like, you know, back to Burroughs writing, you know, Junkie or whatever. It's like, you know, it's kind of, there's always been a fascination with, you know, you know, even as a kid, there's like, you know, image, you know, you'd see like a swastika and it would shock you, but that kind of shock was pretty. It's more of a kind of punk thing. It's just trying to kind of you grow up like that, kind of like, you know, just trying to, you know, there's seeing light out of darkness. If you can see like beauty in a dark situation, it's kind of, you know, it's what tickles your boat, really, isn't it? Yeah, with this time around, we've always kind of been very film based with our visuals, but this time around we've just gone for lights, and I thought, to be honest, the lights would kind of fit the music a little bit better than just having the visuals. It was one or the other due to the financial state of the terrible state of the music industry right now. So, but yeah, I do find that they kind of cross over and influence. And in fact, actually, a project I'm working on next year is kind of actually, funny enough, it's actually come out of the visuals, and it's going to be an art-based project without music actually, but it's kind of light installations, kind of. It's just a series. It's a kind of an art project I'm working on for. Hopefully, if I can get it all done for the end of next year, to have like a show. Hopefully, it's going to be in a few different cities. You know, there's been a bit of interest, and I think for the amount of work I've got to do to get it, to put it on, it would make sense for it to kind of travel a little bit, but. Well, it's always been about the voice, and it's never been about. It's always been about thinking who would be the right person for the song. A couple of times when maybe that wasn't the case, you know, but you all make mistakes. But as far as, you know, it was always a case of, it was never like, right, let's do a song with Liam, and how can we do it? It's like, wrote that song, and then I remember playing it, and I was with the bass player at the time, Matt, and I was like. I said, oh, you know, just came out like, right, yeah, Liam, got to get it to him. You know, didn't know him from Adam at the time, but it's always been the music's being made, and then it's been like, who would be the right person to sing? And the same with working with Hope. It was, you know, the song I wrote, Help Yourself, and kind of I knew I wanted a female singer, and, you know, like Mazzy Star as a child, as a kid, teenager, not that old, not that young, yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on. What is going on? There's a live album which is recorded. I'm just about to start mixing that. That's coming out. There's a Black Acid album. There's some new Deaf in Vegas tracks that are kind of ready to. They've been coming out on vinyl. I'm starting a vinyl label just to put out stuff that's more geared towards kind of what I would play out as a DJ, and then new Deaf and Vegas material, which I've started writing, and I've got the new album kind of sketched out. So yeah, busy. I don't know. I mean, I think I'll see. There's a couple of songs where I'm kind of thinking about female vocals on stuff, but I'm not sure really. I just kind of so far 3 songs I've kind of sung and they're sounding really good. So I'm kind of see where we get with it. Hi, this is Richard Fearless from Deaf and Vegas, and you're okay, right. Hi, this is Richard Fearless from Deaf and Vegas, and you're watching Clash Music on clash.com, right?
Hey, clashmusic.com.
Clash Music. This is Richard Fearless from Deaf and Vegas, and you are watching clashmusic.com. Kind of. Can you edit that?